Okay, so you know both these cultures. I would imagine. Can you explain to me this?
I was traded on draft day.
You were traded on draft
Yeah, I
day?
was traded to Memphis on draft day. So I
cannot
take the credit.
So you didn't even get to stay at like a Marriott in Boston?
Nah, not at that point in time in my life.
So Boston has been tonight. The Cavs, LeBron play, and Boston's been great at home, struggles on the road. Players sometimes say, like when you were with LeBron, does LeBron like playing on the road?
I think he cherishes those moments to be able to have that adversity because you have a whole crowd that's on your back and is not rooting for you. So it's a different experience than being at home. Like some people don't like to be loved. Some people like to be hated and gain a different type of energy off that hate and that atmosphere.
Tell me guys you've played with that you thought in a strange way cherished the road more than home.
I enjoyed the road more than home. I know personally, I think like a person like Chris Paul enjoys the road more than home because you see the guys who don't go to the cheering of the crowd, like, some guys who are at home and they go to try to pump the crowd up. Those guys are just playing a game. They just are in that moment. They're not worried about the home atmosphere, if you can understand what I'm saying. So then those are the type of guys that enjoy the road because they like the adversity. They like the people screaming at them.
They like the noise.
Negative connotation. Like they like that. They like that noise, not for them. Those moments where you can shut a crowd up and you can silence them and make them seem like you take the life out of them.
I mean, Boston clearly gets rattled on the road. I mean, they're losing. They're out of games 8 minutes in. With a great coach, with good young players, with smart players, a nice offensive system, they're out of games 8 minutes in.
That's just youth, and there's nothing that they can. It's not a quick fix for. It's just experience. It's just getting used to how they react in those type of situations, and I think that's something that they cure really fast because those guys are extremely young, but they're extremely talented, and they work hard, and they seem like they play a little bit harder in Boston with the crowd behind them. Like they give a better effort, and they have more confidence. They take the same shots, but they seem more confident taking them in Boston, and it's working for them.
So Chris Paul's out. What's your first reaction to that?
Their most valuable player on that team is out for that game. But it scares me too for Golden State because now you have to prepare for a different type of team. So now you get that old James Harden that is good for 1 or 2 games in the playoffs of putting together a special performance to lead the team.
Not
7, but for 1, he can put a performance out there that can destroy and demoralize a team, and you never know who's going to step up in another capacity. You look in the regular season when guys go down, like a San Antonio team when guys go down, and then those guys that are on the bench come in and win it and pull out and win a game because it's a different dynamic that you have to coach for. So all those adjustments that you in the past 4 or 5 games that you put together, now it's this total different game. You cannot prepare for CP now.
Listen, I got a call from somebody yesterday that's from Chicago, and he was a big shot. And he said, hey, man, I was listening to the other day. He goes, you do realize Michael Jordan, Rodman, Pippen, Harper, those guys were nasty. The late Bison Blay. He goes, if you think this group of Warriors that got pushed around by Houston, and he said this a day ago, so he didn't even see last night. So I'm watching Golden State last night, and if you look at the box score, Dahntay, Warriors won everything. Rebounds, points in the paint, fast break, three-point shooting, free throws, assist. They won everything. KD scored 29.
But we had this conversation before. I told you this. That chip on the shoulder that the Rockets carry is what is going to push them through the series.
It's what's winning the series. It's not that Golden State's playing lousy.
Right. And it's something to say for when you want to get what someone else has, that's a different mindset that you have. And you can see it in CP. Like, even when he shimmied on Steph, like it wasn't out of fun in the game. It was kind of mocking him, and like it was a mean shimmy. It was he's trying to get something out that has been suppressed for a long time, and he has a different motive than Steph. Steph's just trying to win another championship. He's trying to win his first. He's trying to play for his legacy, and that chip is what's helping him get through this.
When you were on Cleveland, there's always been this thing in the league where, and it's kind of fascinating, when Michael ran the league, everybody respected Michael. Didn't have to love him. Bird, Magic, even LeBron, like it's understood. Even Westbrook players are like, yeah, man, the guy plays. But there's always been this thing with Steph. He's small, he's fragile. Kind of players roll their eyes on Steph. If Golden State, with Chris Paul out, if this Golden State team loses this series, I think we look at Golden State differently. We've always looked at them as smart and skilled and great passing, best shooting team. What if Houston wins this series without Chris Paul?
If Houston wins this series, it shows you that they're a collective of great individuals. It's not a one or two person man team. It shows you that Andre Iguodala is an integral part of their team. It shows you that health plays a part into the winning a championship and getting all the way to June. It shows you that this winning a championship thing is really hard. It's not just, you can't just put the ball in one person's hand and get it done. They have the benefit of guys that complement each other and great personnel. And that's what, if they lose, they lost a piece that helped them win a championship, was a Finals MVP, and they lost one of their best defender. They lost their quarterback, and it hurt them in ways that you can't quantify on the score sheet.
If Ron Harper couldn't play, MJ, Pippen, I don't think they'd lose to Utah.
If Pippen couldn't play.
Okay, Pippen's way better than Andre Iguodala.
Right, but.
I mean, come on.
But you don't have a Jordan on that team.
Well, what I'm saying is I got KD and Steph and Clay.
And they all play different roles. Like Andre Iguodala, why I say if Andre Iguodala goes down? Because a part of Pippen is in Andre Iguodala, where I can guard multiple positions where you don't want to get my switch. Like they're trying to get a switch, they're playing pick and roll till they get the right switch. So you try not to go to Andre Iguodala. You're doing everything. So you're playing different games within a game with him on the floor.
Boy, this doesn't sound like a dynasty. So I have Kevin Durant, Steph, Clay. I got Draymond, I got Steve Kerr. But you know what? We don't have Andre Iguodala, so we can't beat Houston. Michael Jordan's team had injuries.
You're talking about a guy who was a max player on the market, who took a demotion to the bench and took it in stride and didn't care about a stat.
Andre Iguodala.
Or a number, and played a role to win a championship. And
I like him.
And when big moments happen, he makes big plays and he does whatever it takes to win to win. So what I'm saying, he's a part of that team that's integral to win. Like, they are a team. They are one of the greatest teams of all time. We can't put pressure on them all to be the greatest of all time. We can put a pressure on them to be a great collective.
That sounds like we're just giving them a pass to me.
And it was health, too. They were healthy in most years. Now their health is kind of creeping up on in different capacities.
Let me tell you something. Think about this. So their first championship, Kevin Love and Kyrie get hurt.
Oh, Mike Conley got hurt. Name all the people down the line that got hurt.
Kawhi Leonard, right, Rudy Gobert 1 year.
Right.
Now you're going to have no Kyrie and Gordon if you get to the finals against Boston.
But that's a part. Health/luck is a part of winning a championship for anybody. Period.
Okay, yeah, but Michael Jordan still. Dan Marley, Kevin Johnson, and Barkley were all healthy. Peyton and Kemp were healthy.
Well, that's just you're right. I got a better team than you, and we're healthy, and you're healthy.
All I'm saying is Golden State's got some real breaks on health. Good God, they're going to lose. Houston's losing the MVP of their team, and they lead the series. Right. Golden State's gotten some real. And listen, I like Golden State. I know Steve Kerr. I like him. But, man, this team has gotten – I understand where people – because the Bulls were so popular and LeBron's so popular. And I understand, like, Golden State adds, Kevin Durant, and some people are like, this is the worst. They've also – I understand the hateability with Golden State. It's a little bit of
you. I get that part of it, but they're one of the two proven commodities in our NBA right now. The one is LeBron James.
Yes.
You don't bet against LeBron James, and you don't bet against a healthy Golden State team. A healthy Golden State team, not just Golden State, a fully healthy Golden State. You don't bet against them.
Okay.
And when they meet in the championship, then you just go with what you like.
I want a prediction. 3-2 Boston leads.
Right.
Okay. Who do you like in the series?
I still like the Cavs in the series.
Okay.
In Game 7, I just think there's nobody else in the game right now that you would pick for a Game 7 than LeBron James.
Yeah, LeBron's the greatest Game 7 performer statistically of all time.
So I have faith that they'll pull out one tonight. Do I know how? I think they'll put something together as a collective to win tonight. But when you get LeBron James coming to your building for a Game 7, there's no other person on the planet that I would pick over him to win a Game 7, so I got to go with them.
Okay. Houston now without Chris Paul, Warriors.
Does Andre Iguodala play?
Well, good God.
Because I think part of him sitting tonight is that he gets healthy for Game 7. So if Andre plays at any point in time over this next 7, I think that changes the dynamic of the series. I think they have a better chance with him on the court. But if Andre doesn't play, I'm taking the Rockets. It's not a clean cut because injury plays a part into this.
Yeah,
so
but Chris
CP
Paul's
not
way
playing,
better. He's way more valuable than Andre Iguodala is. You're giving the Warriors
on the
pass.
defensive end. I wouldn't say it, but I think he is supremely valuable to that team. That's why I say, like, James Harden should be number 2 in the MVP rating because he got a Hall of Fame point guard in free agency. So we got to give executive year to Morey, and you just added some supremeness to you, a chip defensive point guard who can get his own shot and keep everybody involved, and he's shooting a great percentage from 3.
I think Chris Paul's the.
So is it more James? Is it more that James got Chris?
It's more that James got Chris.
Okay.
This team got blown out and they quit last year.
Right.
Listen, I'm a Chris Paul guy.
And Chris Paul, you see who's leading the charge when things get bad for James. Chris is trying to get James some momentum, trying to get James to play.
Yeah, he's yelling at him.
Give him some of his chip. He's trying to lead where that may not be James' biggest strength is in leading. He's leading with his play, and he's leading with his emotions, and he's leading with his words. Like, he's trying to be everything for that team, and that chip is what's gotten him to this point in life and has made him special.
Good God. If Golden State doesn't win now, I'm not – and, here's the way I'm going to say it, John. If Golden State can't win this series, and they'll win the final, if they can't win this series without Chris Paul, they're not a dynasty. There's another word between great and dynasty I'll figure out over the next 2 weeks.
Right.
There's a space there for a new word.
Dynasties are people who are internally motivated and carry a chip and just want to dominate the world.
Dynasties win multiple titles.
Right, and to win multiple titles, you have to have a different motivation than just get a title. Some people, like Kevin, probably just wanted a title. His personality seems like I want to get a title. I want to be a champion. Or do I want 7? Or do I want 8? Or do I want to beat teams to a point? Dynasties want 8, and they want to beat teams to a point, and they want to consistently prove that I'm better than you on a yearly basis and get better and better. Some people just want to be a champion.
Yeah, I may think totally different about Golden State in 5 days. I'm going to come up with it. John, that's our weekend assignment.
So who are in the dynasties, though? MJ,
Magic,
Bird, all their personalities.
Tim Duncan.
All their personalities were of just destroy, like ultra competitive.
Kobe.
We don't have ultra competitive people except for Draymond on that team.
Jesus. All right, man. There's no sugarcoating it. Despite a huge Rocket win, James Harden struggled last night, but with CP out for Game 6, Harden is going to have to step up, baby. He's going to have to be at peak level, and you know what that means. He'll be drinking his body armor. It's better for you hydration. To traditional sports drinks, electrolytes, higher in vitamins, packed with potassium. I got one on the set here. I'm drinking it right now. Sports drink from Body Armor is not an energy drink. It is not. Natural flavors, natural sweeteners, no colors from artificial sources. That's why Mike Trout and James Harden are drinking it. Every flavor you need, strawberry banana, pineapple coconut. This one's blueberry pomegranate. Go to drinkbodyarmor.com, drinkbodyarmor.com to learn more. It's more natural, better hydration. Thanks, Gatorade. Body Armor. We'll take it from here.